welcome back to ESPN Episode 2. Today we'll be talking about several articles from the Sports Business Journal that impact the community and youth. We have articles that cover all types of sports, so we hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Anthony Fichette, and I'm here to talk to you today about the University of Virginia. They last year just hired a new athletic director. Her name's Carla Williams. She's the first African-American female athletic director in the Power 5 conferences. A little bit about her: she was an all-SEC player, point guard at the University of Georgia. She came in at kind of a heated time because back in August 2017, there were riots and debates outside of the university, so it caused a lot of trouble, and she came in at a pretty big time. But she feels the need to kind of tell her story a lot, just because she's in a position that's primarily dominated by males, and to get there it took a lot of hard work. So, she stresses to younger girls, especially if they want to be in a role like this, then they'll know how to be. So ultimately, she gives a lot of hope for girls maybe being skeptical about going into a field like this, or specifically into that profession. So she's very adamant about people believing in whatever you want to do. You just kind of work hard and you'll get there. So this relates to youth and community because she's one of the few in her position. So she gives a lot of girls someone to look up to if they aspire to be in that type of position or anywhere in that profession.
Hello, I'm Cordell Holmes Lightbody, and my article from the Sports Business Journal is on the building of the new arena in DC's Congress Heights community. And the idea came from Mayor Muriel Bowser and the people at Events DC, and they wish to revitalize the historic Congress Heights community. And the arena opened up on September 22nd, and it costed them $65 million and seats about 4,200 people. And it is going to be used for various events such as basketball games, boxing events, MMA matches, esports, and other entertainment and other offerings that can hold in the arena. It will also be the practice court for the Washington Wizards, and it's going to be the home of the WNBA team, the Washington Mystics, and their new G League team that they just acquired, the Capital City G League team. Mayor Muriel Bowser promised that the project is more than basketball, and it's more so about jobs, opportunities, and mainly for the community. And they wanted to ensure that every neighborhood in the city of DC has world-class housing and amenities. And also the chairman of the board of directors at Events DC, who is Mr. Max Brown, said that the project is to anchor and catalyst for growth in community. So they're really centered on the community for this project, for this arena, and they're trying to really revitalize Congress Heights as a community. The building of this arena will not only help those immediately affected, but will also help the local companies surrounding the arena, and will also bring in economic and civic growth to those local companies that are going to eventually strive off the building of the arena. At the end of the day, the project will create an economic boost and significant expansion of sports and entertainment to a new corner of the city of DC. And the projected numbers are that it will attract more than 380,000 visitors annually to the arena, and about $90 million in new tax revenue over the next 20 years.
Hi everyone, I'm back reporting on how the owner of the Seattle Seahawks kept the team in Seattle. So Paul Allen had a reputation in the NFL as the ultimate best absentee owner. He was known as a billionaire and a lifelong bachelor, and he also co-founded Microsoft. He owns Portland Trailblazers as well, but his biggest contribution before he just recently died was he kept the Seattle Seahawks. He stopped the movement of moving the team, and this impacts the community as a whole because if the team moves, there's not as much to do in the city. There's also, it changes the whole perspective of who's rooting for whose team and causes a lot of controversy.
to talk to you about another article. There's a television show called Superstar Renovation, and what they do is they bring in professional athletes, take them back to their neighborhood, and they let them, fix the community up and renovate, rundown areas that they may have. The 1 week they did NFL superstar plays for the Eagles, Malcolm Jenkins. He went back to his neighborhood and he fixed up a bunch of the backyards in his parents' neighborhood. So he got together with a bunch of people, and a lot of people in the community came to help out, and they, redid decks, built sheds, and he, built a new shed for his parents as well as his neighbors. So it's a really good idea, really good cause, and gets professional athletes out there to, help out where they grew up. So it does a lot, helps the community.
This next article I'll be talking about is the world's largest marathon, which takes place in New York. It has 50,000 runners, and tens of thousands of more enter a drawing each year, but they aren't accepted. It's $250 to do the actual run, and they want to grow, but they were uncertain of the amount of space in the New York streets. So another way they grew is they use social media to connect with the community, and they used an app called Fitness Activity App, and it helps power the virtual race. So they talked about growing for years and getting more people engaged, so this is their movement of doing so. They technically don't have like a hand on the demand for virtual thing yet, so as it goes on they'll figure out how it evolves. But it is $100 to do the virtual side of it, and it adds new revenue and impressions for a marathon that's at capacity. This year's sign up, the incentive was guaranteed to enter to the real race in 2019. They won't experience what most New Yorkers say is the most compelling feature, which is running by all the thousands of cheering fans through famous neighborhoods and finishing in Central Park, but they still have the running piece. This relates to community because all the neighborhoods are involved in the cheering aspect of the race, but also the virtual race gets thousands of others involved when the race is at capacity.
My next article in the Sports Minutes Journal involves the Indiana Pacers, which is a franchise in the NBA, and their sports and entertainment president, Rick Fuson, linked up with several central Indiana restaurants to help cater food to the organization. And this helps the local business in the community, and it just boosts the economy and boosts
And I'm back here with Connor DeMoss to ask him a question. Connor, why do you think it's important for professional athletes to give back to the community?
I think giving money back to the community makes a positive impact on the people there, and then most importantly the kids. If the kids see that, and makes them feel good, and then know that people care about them, and that the professional athletes really do care about them themselves.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to ESPN Episode 2.
We're the trio.
And we hope you enjoyed today's episode.
This is SportsCenter.
Allen, who saved the football Seattle Seahawks.
And
This
community, because it just brings more
for it. It's $250.
It's